Yeah. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter Monday, no?
Yeah,
These things are nice.
Having some rusks.
Apparently they're good for you as well.
Mm.
It's always nice to eat something that's healthy and it tastes good.
Yes.
Yeah. Not that all healthy stuff tastes bad. This video is not actually about healthy food.
It's not about health and it's not health.
Rugby players, I don't think, generally focus that much on healthy food.
They're elite athletes.
Some of them are a bit burly.
But how nice was it just having like a long weekend watching lots of rugby.
So
lots
nice.
of URC is back properly.
Yeah, actually managed to watch most of it because normally, do stuff on a weekend.
Yeah.
Can't watch everything. Excuse me. It's
Yeah.
so good.
So good. Once it touches the lips.
Once it hits your lips, it's so good. Okay.
Yeah. Where should we do? Okay, now we don't have the
scores and stuff.
Let me get the scores.
Maybe you get the scores.
Let me get the scores. What we do know is that the first game was the Sharks versus Edinburgh.
Yeah, Edinburgh.
Edinburgh was going for the trifecta there.
Yeah.
And they almost looked like they were going to do it.
Too close, man.
Too close.
Yes.
I watched it until the end.
Yeah. No, it was... I won't necessarily call it good rugby. It was all like... But except for the Connacht Stormers game. We'll get to that. But this was also like a test match, eh?
It was.
Yeah.
It was, and it's... So, I mean, there was more at stake than just placings. I mean, like, it is the business end of the competition. But from a South African perspective, there was a little bit of pride involved there as well. Edinburgh giving the Lions and the Bulls a bit of a hiding there.
Yeah.
And just for the Sharks to end it, I mean, you could see it in the niggle.
Yeah.
Like there was a lot of
with
bargy.
With only 4 rounds to go, there's so much at stake, you know.
Yeah.
And you could see it in the games, like when teams, barring Connacht Stormers, but it seemed like teams are playing not to lose, almost.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you try to keep it safe. Don't be too expensive. Don't throw it around too much. But so nice to watch. When they ride it to death.
Yeah.
Pimpy try in the corner.
I think the first half for the Sharks was a little bit indicative of how, like, they haven't played together for a while, like, in terms of, Eben coming back in.
Yeah. They haven't been able to pick this kind of side for that, like with so many Springboks.
Yeah.
Because Ox was out for a while and a couple of guys were out for a while.
Yeah, I don't know if this was... I don't think this was Om's first game back or anything, but but how good was it to see him as well?
Yeah.
He hit that gap.
Yeah.
Again, there was a bit of a try assist there.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a lot of... I think a lot of the talk around the Sharks is that it has sort of almost like a... When was that Toulon era? You've got to help me here with the dates. It was Dani Rousseau and Bakkies Poitin.
That was like 2014, 2015 or
and
whatever.
they could buy basically anyone.
Yeah.
The Sharks team almost has that kind of feel.
Yeah, in terms of like
in terms of the bulk of the Springbok squad almost. You know, or guys that have been involved before. Except maybe for Emil van Heerden Locke, who, I mean, he's not terrible. He's a good player. But just there's a lot of talent and a lot of experience.
One worry is fly off. Well, just in terms of Hendrickse.
Yeah.
He's just not shaping.
No.
Missing easy kicks. I mean, the Sharks could have been 6 points ahead. At one stage. Or 9 points ahead.
Yeah.
You can't rely on him to kick a goal.
No.
And then Sia Masuku comes on, kicks this amazing penalty from the Sharks half into the corner. Into the corner, up to the 5 meter line.
Yeah, that was very important.
Changed the game.
That changed the game. That kick, and it shows you. Who was that? The Bulls, I think, a couple of weeks ago, where Devin Williams kicked the ball. We had a penalty, virtually no time left. He didn't even kick it into the 22.
No, he kicked it like into the try area.
Kicked it like 5 meters. And then you've got like minutes left. If I'm a lock. And the fullback kicks the ball out there. I'm like, no, come on.
Yeah.
Especially
because
you got to try and win the game from here.
especially because they're both the Bulls and the Sharks. They're such good forwards.
Yeah,
They're doing all the good work, and
Yes.
then your fly off does that. Or
If you get one 5 meters out, you're like, this is absolutely
let's do it.
perfect.
We're gonna
Yeah.
drill it in. But
Yeah.
but then also that pass that he made. It's a big moment in the game.
Yeah.
I know they had advantage,
Yeah.
the Sharks, but great pass to Mapimpi. Great try. But in terms of Edinburgh,
Playing very well.
I didn't realise
Playing
that.
really well.
Sean Everett's there. I don't know.
Yes.
So Sean Everett's their coach.
Knows the Sharks
Yeah.
so well,
I think
Sorry.
they look good, and they beat the Glasgow Warriors. I think in the home game. So obviously they play each other twice.
Well, the article said an informed Edinburgh. So
I think they
definitely-
look good, and they're going to the semis now of the Challenge Cup. I think.
Yeah, because they beat the Bulls.
So I wish them well. Scottish rugby, I think, looks quite strong. You
Yeah.
consider Glasgow,
Edinburgh
as
and
well.
Glasgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to look at the log just now.
Glasgow.
That's quite important.
And then, a bit of a game to forget for the Lions. Lions Benetton,
Yeah.
31
They're
to the Lions
disappointing.
42.
Benetton's
Very-
strong, eh?
But we know this.
Yeah, we
They
know
are
they're strong,
They're a
but
good
the-
team. This is the Italian national team. They're a strong team.
The Sharks were, the Lions were much better, even though they've never made it to the playoffs. I mean, they were very close last year.
Yeah.
It was literally a game could have gotten them into the playoffs.
But
So they've gone backwards. I'm disappointed. I think losing Frankie Horn playing and then not playing, and then maybe a few. I think it's the kind of squad. If you have 2 or 3 crucial injuries, that's difficult.
also, then you see that, what's the fly-off Cade
Voliter,
Voliter.
always injured.
He's always injured. Then they bring him back for this game. This is a big game.
Yeah.
Benetton is really good. I mean, we struggled to beat them in the quarterfinal last year.
Yeah.
It's a strong team.
They are good.
But it was funny.
Yeah, they got those freaking super centers, Brex and
and Fiki Tua and whatever.
but
Obviously.
Manangeli, I can't
Yeah.
remember his name.
But funny enough, I was here at the local slaghuis at the butchery,
Yes.
and ran
you run into Brex?
Reno Smith.
Oh yes.
And Fiki Tua.
Okay.
I was
Yes. Lekker.
I was like, what are these guys? Because I didn't know,
Did you
who
give
was
him a
playing.
piece of biltong or something?
No, just when, and as I was walking past, Reno Smith is busy telling Fiki Tua, he's like, the steaks here are really good.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Good.
I was like,
Fantastic.
I can attest to that.
Yeah, because he said if you
I
can.
just bought a nice 6-week matured T-bone.
Oh really?
Yeah.
6 weeks.
Yeah,
That's vrot vlees,
it's
man.
lekker. Okay, but not much more to say there other than Benetton looks very good. And they're looking, if we just look at the
Looking
table,
Good for the table. That's on the playoffs.
Benetton is 5th.
Yes, that's actually fantastic.
Yes, and just in terms of the team, they're still going to play. I think they've got another South African team. They've got to play the Stormers. The Stormers, they can beat.
Yeah, they can beat them, definitely.
Oh.
The Stormers League tries like it's...
Yeah.
Are we getting to the Stormers now?
We'll get to them. Please hold. Yeah, that's actually the next game.
Yeah.
So-
So
so
one of
he-
those ding-dong games. Try.
But controversy. So controversy with the
yes.
Irish teams. We'll talk about the Munster game as well.
Yes.
Okay, obviously. Okay, well, first, obviously, the Stormers started very well.
Yeah.
Sasha
Yes.
Ngomazulu looks very good.
Just created, pass, made the gap, pass to the outside, ran around for support, got it back, score.
And it
I
looks
mean,
so.
it's so
It looks like a
simple.
dance.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah.
so like deft. You know.
Makes it look simple. If you beat a guy and you do the right stuff, it shouldn't be difficult.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but that's talent.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they pulled ahead very quickly, and then the Connacht sort of built back into the. They sort of stayed in there and they built back into the game.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be disappointed with, like we debated it,
Yeah.
that obstruction. Look, I mean, it was technically it was obstruction, but I've seen many of those where they say it doesn't have an effect.
Yeah.
Because even Ruiz shifted and made the tackle, or
Yeah.
he didn't himself make the tackle, but he just shifted.
Yeah.
There wasn't like a.
And
It's difficult.
And the player who received the ball was immediately tackled. It didn't
Yes.
lead to a clean,
It didn't lead to a
clean
to
line
space
break or anything.
to over the advantage
Yeah,
line or
but
anything like
letter
that.
of the law, I suppose it was. If you see it, the guy running was straight at the defender, and that defender was right in front of the next guy who received the ball.
In the moment, though, did you think, oh, would you have
I thought in the moment, live, I thought that looks like obstruction. Yeah.
It's just that the ref was right there and he looked at it and he was like happy with it.
Yeah.
So I, in the moment, I thought that's 50-50. That could be, if you want to be...
If you use common sense and you think of where the ball went and everything, you would say, no, that's just
on a scale of Andrew Brace to Steve Walsh.
Yeah.
Like it's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steve Walsh is gonna just be like, whatever.
Yeah.
Whereas Andrew Brace will be like, no. Anyway, that's neither here nor
there.
there.
So that saved them.
That saved them. I feel
very
bad.
Sorry for it's a horrible feeling if you've just won the game. And you have to go back. And then you lose it.
Holly Davidson there.
Holly Davidson got in there.
Gave us,
but good for the Stormers. They've been sort of yo-yoing between the bottom and the top half.
And they're going to stay. They're going to remain a threat. They're going to. What I mean is going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
If you have to play, let's say for whatever reason, the Bulls have to face the Stormers in a playoff, even at Loftus, I'm going to be very nervous.
Yeah, no, for sure.
So, they're playing Benetton next week.
Yeah.
Then
they've got a lot of guys coming back from injuries as well. Willemse played, right?
Yeah, Willemse was playing.
He basically almost single-handedly conceded a try by shooting out of the defensive line and tackling no one.
He tries to do too much sometimes.
So I think he's a bit rusty with that feel because, if you shoot out of the line, there's always space behind you, so you should be a bit vigilant to that.
Constant vigilance.
Yeah.
Then the Ospreys and Cardiff. I just want to quickly... So Cardiff is quite strong on the table. They're 6th. Ospreys, funny enough, because I thought the Ospreys were actually on the up.
They were hitting form.
And they're like 13th.
Yeah, I think they blow hot and cold.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah. Well, last year they beat the Stormers in Cape Town, didn't they?
So the Bulls are playing Cardiff, and that's not necessarily going to be...
No, the
Cardiff
smashed the Ospreys 36-19
shucks.
away.
Okay, away.
I don't know if that makes it like Wales isn't the biggest country, so I don't know if playing away or home makes a
difference. It's jet lag, travel time.
Yeah. It's like the guy's late, and he's like, "Sorry, the traffic was terrible." Like from my hometown. Yeah, I drove from my hometown. Sorry, the traffic was.
Wales is the size of our biggest national park.
Okay,
that's fine.
But it's, cool.
It's a big park.
Yeah. Okay, and then obviously the big one for me, and this almost was like up there for me with beating Leinster in that semi-final in Dublin a couple of years ago.
Feeling.
Beating Munster, but again controversy.
Yeah, I read some of the articles and stuff about that they should have played with 15 men and they played with 14 men.
Yeah, because the injury was in HIA, you can't, you don't lose that player.
No,
or something like that.
Get replaced. Yeah.
So they played for 15 minutes with 14 men. In the moment, I didn't realize that they were playing with 14 men.
No.
I saw them having this debate and the referee saying no. Conor Murray must stand at scrum half. You can't have no scrum half.
Uncontested scrums. It was a weird kind of game.
Yeah. Obviously, we would. In the moment, I thought, yes, this is going to be negative for us. I thought that our scrum looked good.
Yes. Yeah. With Wilco Low there and stuff, you're going to win a few scrum penalties.
But not as negative as having 14 men on the field
for 15 minutes. That's a long time.
And I thought we sort of, strangely enough, like. When we go and play over there, it's that period. It's like that 50th minute to the 70th minute where we fall off like where the other teams sort of put pressure on us.
That's what I was worried about.
And I thought like, no, we're kind of staying in there.
Yes, because we were playing.
And meanwhile, it's because they had 14 men, probably. Yeah.
I thought. With Gwison and stuff lately, the Bulls do a lot of silly stuff, and I thought the first half. Really, I thought this could be one where we could stay in it. I know that sometimes we have a bad start in the second half.
It was a test match.
But Munster's also not been great.
They've
got a hiding in Europe now.
Yeah, they're not on their best. This season, I would say.
Yeah, this season. So
not like last year or the year before.
Still not convinced with Devin Williams. Another bad game for me.
Forster was a little bit better.
Yeah.
I know I'm a...
Janus Kirsten was okay.
I actually thought that was one of his better games.
But I think there must be nothing against the guy, Williams. There must be a youngster somewhere that can do a little
We're
bit more,
missing
maybe.
Willie LaRue, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure, because he creates so much as well.
I would actually say that
Is
all...
that thing running?
Yeah, it's running. Yeah.
Okay, so
I would say that all three of those guys that we have an issue with,
they were
Kirsten, Forster and Williams, were actually better than...
Yeah.
Like the previous
Yeah.
week, I was just angry.
It was just amazing defense, eh?
Brilliant,
Yes.
resolute defense and urgent.
So
and
much heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A guy like Marcel could see it. Yeah.
Leadership, the try.
Yeah.
Only try in the game, right? For the Bulls.
Yeah,
One
correct.
try each. Feel sorry for a guy like Jack Crowley, eh? I'll open up a whole new debate about, like, not playing for Leinster is a bit of a disadvantage if you want to play for Ireland, because he was like the man.
I thought he was very good. What is the debate?
You know, that Prendergast has taken over now. I mean, is he really playing that badly? Is Prendergast really that much better? I mean,
Well, he's playing with like a superstar team.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. What I will say though, Crowley could have won them the game. He missed a kick or two, if I remember.
Yeah. Maybe he's a bit low on confidence because he's not been picked and stuff. I don't know.
Also his team isn't as good as Leinster. It just isn't.
Because when he took over from Sexton at Ireland, we thought, yes, it doesn't look as if they're really missing Johnny Sexton.
And if you think how it was last year and the year before, 2 seasons ago, Munster won URC, and Crowley looked amazing in that season and last year. I thought he has so many skills. He's got so many skills.
I still think he's going to be better than Prendergast, but that's guys who followed a little bit more closely might have something to say about that.
Yeah, I thought in the Six Nations that Prendergast looked a little undercooked, like a little bit inexperienced.
A few good things and then a mistake and a few good things. In any case, I think we had a kick to win the game. Keegan Johannes missed it, and thank goodness we had another chance.
Then we had another chance.
Yeah.
And give credit, he's a scrum half.
Yes.
And it was actually a more difficult kick, maybe.
It was on the right side because he's right-footed.
Okay, yeah.
So you're curling it.
Curling it that way. A great kick.
Great kicks nonetheless to win the game.
And then the team just holding on defence.
Yeah, such a good feeling away, beating all the Irish teams away, the Bulls, this season.
Look, I saw the comments.
Not away, I mean beating all the Irish
teams.
Connacht and Munster away and Leinster and Ulster at home.
I saw some, I won't say sour, some comments where they're like, but Leinster was their third team, which is true.
Okay.
And beating Munster over there, with the 14-man debacle.
Yeah.
We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll take it. So you need a bit of luck here and there. I mean,
we'll take it.
It's Leinster's choice to rotate. I mean, we've rotated before and we've lost. So.
Last year we lost to Munster with Huissen completely losing his mind and tackling their scrum half in the face. Do you remember
yes,
at Loftus?
Yes.
Where we shouldn't have lost that game.
Blocked it out, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, some other stuff happened as well.
And some other things.
Leinster dominant again against Ulster. The start of the game, I thought, yes, maybe this could be a lacquer one, just like a contest. Ulster looked good in the beginning, but just...
And Ulster is still hungry, to make it into the...
And that was also not, again, a bunch of second stringers they picked, Leinster, and they completely dominated.
Yeah. And just on Leinster, there's not much more to say, isn't it? Like Leinster is completely dominant there. They have world-class players, possibly some of the best in their positions. But I saw Rico Ioane coming to Leinster.
Yeah, what's going on now? That's like, watch our previous video, and it sort of fills in with what we said,
What did we say?
We said some stuff.
We said things.
We said things about things in world rugby.
Buying other...
is New Zealand going to decide that Super Rugby is not good enough, the players?
I see,
And then are they going to try and want to get into this competition, and then the whole world will play in one competition, and it's like Test rugby basically just split into smaller teams or whatever.
It's pro rugby, isn't it? It's not like pro soccer. It's becoming... football.
Yeah, I don't know. There's lots of thinking that needs to be done about.
Does Leinster need Rico Ioane? I mean,
No, they don't. They've got
Gary
Ringrose
Ringrose.
and Henshaw.
yeah.
I mean, where is he going to? Are they going to stick him in on the wing? And then you've got James Lowe, and I don't know.
Is it now necessary?
And if these big starters for New Zealand don't want to play in New Zealand, that's the thing.
Yeah.
And they've got the policy of not picking guys playing
Is the money
overseas.
better? Can it be that the money is so much
Money
better?
would definitely be better, and maybe not that much better.
Because it's not that big rugby is not that big in Ireland.
The TV shows, the New Zealand TV shows complain about the money, guys playing in France, Japan.
Yeah, no, France, I understand in that. But
I can imagine it will have to be.
Is there big money in Irish rugby?
No.
I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's
Compared to New Zealand.
I think it's a bigger problem if these guys want to play here, to play a better style of rugby or a better standard of rugby. They don't want to play against Fiji and Samoa.
Well, that's the question. We don't know. We don't know
No.
where their rugby is. We don't know
No.
where URC is. We were complaining actually
No.
last week, saying we don't know
No.
where the South African teams are in terms of considering how it's gone in the European.
I don't know,
Championship.
but like you say, where are they going to play him? They got they got two of the top centres at Leinster.
I'm happy though. In this sense, it's cool having these awesome.
Yeah, no, it is.
Imagine like having All Blacks players in your competition. That's great. I like that.
Wes Goosen is at Edinburgh and a bunch of other guys, and definitely made it more of a global competition. I can imagine it. It's attracting more attention. The guys from New Zealand and Australia will watch more URC because we're in it. Because I watch the Crusaders play the Blues.
Super Rugby, yeah.
So I still watch Super Rugby because it's rugby that we used
We
to.
miss it a little bit.
We miss it a little bit as well. Yeah.
But yeah, last but not least, Zebra and Glasgow 14, Zebra 6, and that was in Italy. Close game actually.
Give
if
it
you
to
think.
Zebra, eh?
Like Warriors.
Maybe it was raining or something. I didn't watch the game. But
Warriors, I mean, I'd like to see what their average try number, how many tries they score on average per game, because
it's great that Zebra is not the whipping boys anymore. I love it. So that's even though they lost, that's an amazing result for them.
that spoon goes to the Dragons.
The Dragons. And we still
and there's
the
no
Bulls
way
still have to play them.
Zebra can't, unless the Dragons beat the Bulls and
Someone else.
like I think the Stormers or someone at home.
No, that's unlikely.
Yeah, so well done Zebra on going up one position from the last 4 years.
A very very nice weekend of rugby specifically for the South African teams. I really enjoyed it.
And it's heating up.
It is. It's crunch time.
We have to play the Glasgow Warriors.
Yeah,
next
week.
week.
That's a massive game.
Yep. You can quickly run through it. I don't want to make this video too long, but Cardiff playing Munster. That's not an easy game.
No.
For Munster, Glasgow Warriors, Bulls.
In Glasgow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough. Eh?
Very tough. Yeah. Lions Connacht can. The way the Lions are going, we go with that. Ospreys Dragons, we don't care.
Ospreys.
Stormers Benetton. Stormers have to watch out for Benetton.
I think Benetton will take that one.
Scarlets Leinster, we know where that's going. Zebra Edinburgh, close game.
Yeah, possibly a close game. Edinburgh maybe.
Not because Edinburgh is not good, but because
Zebra is
a bit
playing
unknown.
with so much confidence as well. Yeah.
And playing at home.
Yeah.
Also Sharks have to win that game.
Hopefully Sharks.
But also
never know who's going to show up.
Yeah.
Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Any case.
That's it.
Okay.
Cheers.
Okay.